how to use the SMD Rework Station for removing the ceramic capacitor and MOSFET. Today I will show you how to make the use of SMD Rework Station. This is the SMD Rework Station. This is the air control and this is the heater control. Mostly you have to set or keep the heater temperature approximately between 350 to 400. This is an automatic machine, so as soon as I lift the handle, you can see that the light glows for air as well as for the heater. As soon as we keep the handle, the heater sensor will turn off and the air sensor light will stay on. After some time, even the air sensor light will turn off and the air will pass out completely. Now, many people have a question or doubt about what should be the temperature settings for both air and heater. If you will use it for removing IC, then the heater temperature should be between 350 to 400, and the air temperature should be between 3 to 4. If you keep the air reading less, the air pressure will not come out, and there are chances of damage to the SMD components. Now we will see how to remove the component that is the ceramic capacitor. So first of all, you can see that if we want to remove the ceramic capacitor, first you have to apply appropriate heat. You have to melt the ceramic capacitor. When it will be melted, you have to pull or lift it up. This is the method of removing the ceramic capacitor. And remember that you don't have to apply too much heat because that will damage the board too. Then next is grip the component. We're going to put it back and apply heat again at the place where you will put it back. Once the solder starts melting, you place the component and stop applying the heat. Once it is cooled down, it will be set and ready. If you want to align it properly, because you can see that if the angle is not right, then again you can apply heat on the component and you can move it. Okay, we're gonna remove the MOSFET now. So let's say any MOSFET. To remove the MOSFET again, we will make the use of SMD Rework Station. If you want to remove IC, for example, then you have to make the use of a flux. I'm gonna show you how to remove the MOSFET. What happens in MOSFET is that there is heavy soldering at the drain, because here it is broader and here it is less broad. At 2 pins, we have 2 pins here, that is the gate and source of MOSFET. So you have to start applying the heat in broader area, which is the drain, for more time, of course. And the less broad area, that is the gate and source, the 2 pins. Apply the heat for less time for that particular side. So you are not supposed to pull the MOSFET out immediately when it will melt. You have to wait for a little bit time, and when it will melt fully, then you have to lift it up, and if you try to pull it up, the PCB tracks of the MOSFET will be also pulled out and damaged. To put it back again, melt it with the heater. After melting, fix it in a proper angle and apply heat on the 2 pins of the MOSFET component. And then apply pressure on the top of it. You can also make the use of a nice liquid flux or paste. If you use a nice liquid flux or paste, what will happen is that melting temperature time required will be less. For example, just like if it takes 10 seconds, for example, 10 seconds without flux. So if you use a nice liquid flux or paste, It will take only for 6 seconds, or it's about 6 seconds to melt it down, the component, properly. Okay, after applying the heat, you have to wait for some time for the component to dry up or cool down. Alright, so this is how we showed you to remove MOSFET and ceramic capacitor using SMD Rework Station.